Okay, my persuasive speech is to why you should be a Yankee fan over any other major league team. One is Derek Jeter, stands 6'3", 192 pounds at shortstop for the New York Yankees. He was born June 26, 1974 in Pequannock, New Jersey. His rookie year was May 29th, 1995. It wasn't a full rookie year, but he replaced the head shortstop on the Yankees with an injury, and he was just like the best shortstop probably in history, to me at least, in my opinion. But he definitely will be a Hall of Famer one day. He has 5 or 6 World Series rings. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it's about 5 or 6 just with the Yankees. And then like a little caption. I want to be remembered as someone who had a lot of respect for the game, his teammates and opponents, and I want to be remembered as a winner. But most importantly, I want to be remembered as a Yankee. Derek Jeter, a little background story on him, a little bio. When he was in 1st grade, he told his, they had to do a project on what you want to be when you're older, and he said he wanted to be a New York Yankee, and he wrote a big speech on it. And his teacher called his mom in for a parent conference and told his mom that, listen, you gotta tell your son that reality is an issue for him. Like, you can't have these dreams about being a superstar baseball player. You have to like understand like the world and how it really is. And his mom just stood up, walked out the room, and turned around and said, "Listen, I'm gonna tell my son what to be. If my son wants to be a New York Yankee, he's gonna be a New York Yankee when he's older." And probably the most successful New York Yankee in history. New York City is another reason why you should become a Yankee fan. New York City is the nerve center of our nation. It brings in a lot of tourism. It's the biggest city in the world, probably one of the best cities in the world. Not my biased opinion, but probably one of the best cities in the world. It is a leader in manufacturing, foreign trade, commerce, and banking, and it's the leading in publishing of books, like with the New York Post. All the publishments come out of New York. It also holds John F. Kennedy Airport, the Stock Exchange, which is the biggest in the world, and a printing and publishing agency. A couple monuments if you want like go see a Yankee game. A couple monuments you could also visit: the Statue of Liberty, Niagara Falls, FDR's home, Cooperstown, which is the Hall of Fame for baseball, and the United Nations holds their conferences in New York City. So it definitely is a big part of the world. And other teams in the major leagues other than the Yankees, of course the Yankees are right here, and all the other teams in the major leagues. Teams not to like, the Phillies. I'm tired of all the Philadelphia Philly fans because I live in Pennsylvania. Couple facts about the Phillies that probably don't look good to Philly fans, but look good to Yankee fans. They have lost more games than any baseball team in history. I think it also is they've lost the most games in sports history. The first one to 10,000 losses. So they've been existing since 1884, and they already have 10,000 losses with only 2 World Series rings. So I'm pretty sure they're like only a couple years younger than the Yankees are, and we have 27. So. They say the rich, drunk fans renamed the team the Philadelphia Phillies. They renamed the team 3 times in 2 years, and ended up with the Philadelphia Phillies. One of the guys that commented on the blog said, "That's just as good as naming a New York team the New Yorkians. Like it just shows no creativity for a team name." And when the Phillies won the World Series in 2008, it was the least watched World Series ever in commercialism for sports. So, I don't know if you don't know, they played the Tampa Bay Rays, which is kind of like, they came out of nowhere that year. They made the World Series with the team they had. It was just kind of, they had a good leader, Evan Longoria, so. And then the Red Sox, of course. I'm a Yankee fan. The Red Sox are probably our biggest enemy. I don't have to really say a lot about them. It's just they had a bunch of jackasses play with them. Manny Ramirez is a jackass. Pedro Martinez is probably the biggest asshole in baseball. Josh Beckett now is Los Angeles Dodger. Jonathan Papelbon, which is now a Philly, so that's good for him because he just went from sucky to sucky. And then, of course, Bobby Valentine, which was just the recent manager that was fired after a year for just completely taking down the Red Sox, like, morale of baseball, because he's just a horrible manager. And then the Yankee fans, probably a lot of other fans saved us. We're front runners who derive a sick pleasure from others' despair. We're rude, obnoxious, and entitled and owned by a jackass, and they're waiting for you guys to screw up, so don't screw up. As a Yankee fan, I kind of give crap to a lot of other people, especially Philly fans, when the Phillies are cocky in the beginning of the year about either the pitching staff they have or the team they have. So I like to give my friends a lot of crap where I'm back where I'm from, because they're all Philly fans. And at the end of the year, I get the last laugh because the Yankees have made playoffs, I think, I want to say 12 seasons of like the last 15. I mean 12 seasons of the last 15, so I mean, can't really argue about that. And then I have a little video, The Bronx is Burning, which is, I mean, I don't know if you guys are interested in the Yankees, but The Bronx is Burning, it's an old TV show which shows actually the good days with the Yankees with Reggie Jackson and Billy Martin. The coach was probably the biggest scum coach the Yankees had, but it's a really interesting show to watch if you ever get a chance to. And I'm just going to show the video and talk you through all these people. His speech, one of the greatest Yankees that ever played in Yankee. His speech when he died from Lou Gehrig's disease, which was nicknamed after him.
And watch his movie.
Roger Maris was the front runner for most home runs in a season with 61. Before Barry Bonds broke with his steroids with 72, I believe. 61 home runs right there.
Well, I stepped down of the box, and by that time, they were great.
Arguably one of the greatest baseball players ever lived, not just a Yankee. And he was a Red Sox before a Yankee.
And watch his movie too.
Thank you for the Yankees. The great number 7, Mickey Mantle.
I don't know a lot about Mickey Mantle. I know I have this documentary book. His biography. And Reggie Jackson, who had 6 home runs, and I don't know, I forget what year it was, but he had 6 home runs and just 1 World Series, and he just completely won the World Series for them against the Royals. And the rest is just like kind of history with the Yankees, their success. Paul O'Neill, yeah. Derek Jeter was on the team at the time. Joe Torre was the manager at the time. Chuck Knobloch. David Wells. He was a pitcher for the Yankees. Martinez, one of the greatest first basemen besides Don Manley that ever played first base for the Yankees. closer in baseball history. Also leads the baseball stats with the most saves as a closer. I still remember this playoff. This playoff World Series was probably the greatest moment in my life in baseball history, Yankee history. They came back and they beat the Red Sox in the World Series. Alex Rodriguez, who I hate, will probably go down in infamy for the youngest to ever reach a certain amount of home runs every year. He's broke every record, which I think he sucks. But I mean, just like listening to that, I mean, just for me as a Yankee fan, really, it's really inspiring because I'm like the broadcasters, even World Series, playoffs, whatever. It's just, it gives you the chills when you watch the Yankees playoffs, World Series, because it is the Yankees, like the greatest team in history of baseball, probably the greatest team in sports history, and it's just, it's good to live like by them and not any other team. You have a lot of stories to tell your children if you're a Yankee fan, more than any other fan, I think. And that's it. Should be all about the Yankees.